Right then, let's cut the bullshit and get straight into it. That is my new car. It's a 2015 BMW M5 competition package. Now, this vehicle was supplied by Junction 17 Cars. Need to thank them for sorting this out. Go check them out. Links are in the description down below. They all specialise in stuff like this, stuff like Merc C63s and other high-end prestigious used cars out there. So yeah, go check them out. So why have I gone for a BMW M5? Well, a year ago I drove an F10 model, so it's the previous generation to what we have now, the current car, which is the F90 BMW M5. And do you know what? I somewhat enjoyed it. And while I've been spending quite a few months looking for the next car to get, I was looking at the used car market because you know me, I love a used car bargain. And there are so many cars on Auto Trader that you can pick up for the same price as a brand new Fiesta ST. And this one was right up there. Main reason is because it hasn't dated. The iDrive's still particularly modern, the transmission's modern, it's turbocharged, it's very quick, and I love a discreet four-door saloon. And unlike other car YouTube channels where they go with their mates to a car dealership, pick up their new car, which is a special moment, yes I know, unfortunately I don't have the time for that. In fact, I've been using this car for the last few days, just been running around and doing normal errands. Speaking of errands, I'm going to go see a mate of mine who wants to see this car, and I want to catch up with him as well too. Plus I need to go to an event in South London, which is basically the launch event of the new Need for Speed game. So you're going to follow me, we're going to have a quick little walk around with this car, then I'm going to jump in it, go for a drive, talk about more reasons why I like this car, and yeah, we'll just carry on from there. Okay then, let's have a little walk around of my new whip. It's a 2015 LCI facelift BMW F10 M5 competition package. Now, the competition package was an option on this car. It's £6,700, which is quite a lot, but it gives you better suspension, better steering, basically all the bits that journalists had an issue with when the car came out new. They basically sharpened it up a little bit for this car. You even get extra 15 horsepower from the motor as well too, as if you needed that anyway. Standard, it's 552 horsepower, which is plentiful. This car is finished in Estoril blue, which is lovely, and it's got cream interior. I'm not really a fan of cream interiors, but you know what, it's time for a change and, you know, see what it's like as well too, living with it. I'm always a little bit fussy about cream interiors because they always get dirty really quickly. However, one thing I really don't like is the colour wheels. It's finished in gloss black and it just makes the car look drug dealer like. Why, oh why would you want black wheels on a car of this spec? Fair enough, if it was grey or black or something with darker colours, okay, with the black wheels is fine, but black wheels on this, I mean, seriously, whoever owned this car before and thought that would be a good idea to do that, literally they should jump off a cliff. Anyway, enough of my ranting, let me show you the inside. The condition of it is actually really good. It's really, really nice. As you can see, it's a bit grubby because I've been using it every day, but I do like the interior. It's very contemporary. It's running the previous generation BMW iDrive, and if you know anything about BMW iDrives, they tend to be way ahead of all the other infotainment car systems out there. In fact, it's the best in the business. Other options as well with this car, it's even got Harman Kardon sound system, which is very, very nice. This car is a humongous car, and luckily it has got a 360-degree backup camera, which is there, and it's even got the fisheye junction cameras as well too, which is very, very handy. Right, so you've seen that clip, you guys are happy, you've seen some skids. Right, I'm going to jump in the car, drive it normally, do some errands, go see my mate, see what he thinks about it as well too, and then go to the Need for Speed thing later on in the day. So this is going to be a bit of a first new car vlog. Right, so while I go around this boring M25, I might as well explain to you why I've gone for an F10 M5 in more detail. Well, first off, I am a massive lover of BMW M5s. My favourite one in particular is the E60 V10. Love them to bits, but I am just afraid of owning more a humble old 5 Series and make it go really, really fast. And I've always liked all the other generations of it, right up to this one. F90 is a bit of a meh to me, but I suppose I need to drive one in a little bit more detail. Apparently the competition M5 is really, really good. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So the F10 model, which is the previous version, have depreciated to the point where you can pick one of these up for the same price as, per se, a new Ford Focus ST. And to me, used car bargain buys are more exciting than buying a new car, because every new car in today's world is, well, expensive in my opinion, and this one is relatively somewhat affordable. Bro, you might know this guy from a friend of mine's channel, Mr. Joe Achilles. His name is Aaron, aka Baby Gorilla on Instagram.
Baby Gorilla 81.
Baby Gorilla 81. Right, M5.
M5.
I finally got one.
So, I wasn't surprised, obviously. A reasonably sensible second-hand purchase now.
It is.
Look, it's not E60 madness in terms of cost and, you know, unreliability and stuff. It's like a modern mass-produced vehicle. So, I've got no issues in terms of, it braking and stuff like that. I hate the black wheels. Oh my god.
I know, it's absolutely annoying. In fact, I need to tell the audience about this. Right.
Yeah, do that.
Me and Aaron are pretty much like twins, except there's what, a million year gap.
A million year gap.
Right, literally a million year gap. Right,
yeah.
We speak on the phone every day.
Every day we speak.
And we go on Auto Trader, and we love looking at used bargains.
The used car market is one of the most joyous places to spend time, just because you can get whatever you want for whatever you want.
Yeah, it's like an Auto Trader is equivalent to fantasy football for cars.
Yeah.
It is, and it's literally amazing. And we always ring up and we go 2007 S63, which is sick.
2014, 2015 S8.
Exactly. Audi S8. Even the V10 one's very nice. Joe will disagree with us,
Joe will certainly
but
disagree.
Joe doesn't know anything about cars, let's be honest. Well, not Audis at least. But yeah, no, we always speak on the phone, and I was telling these guys about how much I love used car bargains on the way here, and
Bangonomics.
yeah, it is, isn't it? Because let's be honest, new cars are too expensive.
Yeah, they are. You can look at any kind of level of the market and really see how much it's kind of developed past the rate of inflation and past really what the products used to be. Sometimes I use Ferrari as an example of this, which maybe not the best, but in let's say 2003, 2004, if you wanted to go and buy a 360, yeah? Let's say 2002, you wanted to go and buy a 360, coupe would cost you like 121k or something.
Yeah.
Okay? That was the basic V8 Ferrari at the time, yeah? The lineage is clear. Look at what's possible, and bear in mind, I'll just say now, this isn't all about, I'm going to go out tomorrow and buy this car, this is what I'm thinking of getting my next car. It's just interest.
Yeah,
we do it just because it's just interesting to see what's out there.
Unfortunately, I think what a lot of people are scared of is the fact that they're buying a used car. More and more people are so scared of buying a used car.
I've got a 22-year-old Merc.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It is what it is, and it's cost me 400 quid, other than insurance for the year.
And fuel, which is common sense,
which is millions of pounds. That was my fault for buying. Okay, so in a massively roundabout way, M5, F10, why not?
Yeah, why not?
As I said, hate the wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are awful.
They need to go back to silver. They really do.
Well, I think they came as factory black.
I'm sure.
Of the competition package, but whoever
forget that.
Yeah, but it's a 6,700 quid option. It makes the car a bit sharper. It does actually make it a little bit better steering, better.
And I'm not talking about the compact. I'm talking about the black wheels as well.
Oh yeah, the black wheels. Yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, you should be able to deselect that.
Yeah, in fact, if there is someone out there that wants to swap their diamond cut wheels on their F10 M5 for black ones, DM me on Instagram. There we go.
If you got a black car or something like that, like I
Fine,
get it. It's
fine.
not a question of saying black wheels.
No.
In general,
Yeah.
per se. I mean, look. In truth, I'm not a massive fan of black wheels.
I'm not.
I'm just not.
Make
like,
silver wheels great again.
Make-
We're boring
sorry,
everyone
sorry,
now because
yeah.
I mean, I could talk to Aaron forever because I love this sort of subject. In fact, more than just supercars, GT4s and all that stuff, I could talk to him for hours about P38 Range Rovers or E38 750IL. That's going on the up, by the way.
Here he is. Here he is. That's your Merc.
Yeah, there's one.
There she is. Oh, CL500. She's a stunner.
She is C140. I love it. I do.
It's 2-stage lock, mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so you got a double tap. I've got. Here you go. What do you think?
Okay.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's really nice.
It is nice. 60,000 miles. You know.
Is this weird aluminium too?
Yeah, they did these on the M cars. I think you can spec them in carbon.
Okay.
But it's cool though, isn't it? It's nice. And if I look, and it's got rear seats that I can fit in, unlike many
that's
other
crazy,
seats. It's
actually.
lovely.
Because that's not all the way forward, is it? Your seat?
No,
there?
it's not. It's not. It's not at all.
Wow.
And I'm like 6'1", and I'm fitting in here very, very nice as well too. It's just airy.
It's like a
Sunroof, soft close as well. Soft closed doors.
but I got soft closed doors on mine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still gassed.
Come on,
though.
don't
I've never
talk to
owned
me.
a soft closed door car, man.
1997.
We went out to go and get some pictures of this F10 M5, and Aaron,
You're convinced you want one now, don't
I
you?
really do. It's just like driving a normal M5,
It
in
is.
truth, and that's what, you know,
doesn't
in
egg
real
you on
world
to drive like a
No, in real world living, like what more do you need or want?
Geez, I gotta go.
Bless.
Bless.
It was good, man.
Yeah, it was good. It's always good.
We'll come a couple of months' time. We'll go out for matching M5 journeys.
Oh yeah. If you get an M5, we've got to do that. We've definitely got to do
I won't
that.
see you for dead.
Yeah, probably won't. Probably won't.
That's
Adios.
very good.
Adios. Big BMW M5 and width restriction. I'm gonna have to get my head out just to see. Ooh. Width restriction in an M5 is not fun. Ooh. Oh! Oh! Bloody hate width restrictions. I've pissed off a load of people. Sorry. Sorry, big M5. Come take a seat.
Oh, he's taking his bag off.
Get serious.
It's getting serious.
Right, everyone want to tell me what the controls are? Any way to change the view? That was fun and exciting going to the launch of the new Need for Speed Heat game. I can't remember the last time I played Need for Speed. In fact, probably the last time I played it was Underground 2 for old time's sake, but even then that must have been 4 or 5 years ago. But it was very good to go and play the game right there as well too, in an environment where it was just like a club rave that happened to have a Porsche 911 GT2 RS. It was my kind of club rave for sure. The game is really, really cool. It's very arcadey, but it's one of those Friday nights, sit on the couch, eat a load of pizza, and just go through the whole story mode kind of game. It's very, very interesting. I'd recommend anyone to buy their 12, 13-year-old one for Christmas, because it is a good laugh, and it will keep them occupied for hours. It will definitely keep me occupied for hours, because I've even got a copy of it for myself. So thank you very much, EA. Plus, it was also very enjoyable to go and spend one of my first drives today cruising around London, doing things what you would usually do with a BMW M5, and I'm so happy that I've gone for an F10 M5 because they're just so cool. I love a big, fast four-door saloon. There's just something about them that I really like, the discretion and everything. This one, though, isn't quite as discreet because it's got those black wheels, which I think makes it look a little bit thuggish. Maybe we can sort that out in another video. Maybe we can turn him back to silver. You can let me know down in the comments. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this. It's an interesting replacement to the McLaren MP4 12C, but nonetheless a very exciting one. Anyway, like, subscribe as always. Make sure to hit the bell icon for more notifications to see this idiot doing silly stuff with cars. Anyway, see you later.